Hi, this is Andrew Horrocks and Tony Lind. Welcome to our pedal demo.
Today we're going to look at another GFI System pedal. This one is the Clockwork Delay. And as with their other pedals, GFI System pedals are quite innovative and unique. And so you could find out more about their products or contact them at www.gfisystem.com.
Okay, we're going to explore some of the features of the Clockwork in a second. Just notice it has tap tempo, which is great. And also, if you hold this button down for a second, it kicks into an extra mode that's either a boost mode or a modulation mode. So that means that if you're wanting to hit the delay on and boost for a solo or something, you could do that. Or if you want to go from just a regular delay signal to a modulated signal, you can do that too. And those are also controllable on the back. There's up to 10 dB boost for the boost part of it, and a bunch of variations for the modulation on the back as well. Really cool pedal. I love this thing.
All right, let's give the Clockwork Delay a little test. In this video, once again, we're going to use an Italia Lusso guitar. And this is essentially a hollow body ES335 style guitar with two P90 pickups. This we're running into a Fowler amp, once again by Rob Fowler at Classic Amps, essentially a 60s tweed Bassman style circuit. And from that, we're running into a cab with vintage 30 speakers.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
and on the cab, there's a 906 Sennheiser slightly off-center of one speaker and a SM57 slightly off-center off a different speaker and slightly off-axis as well. So, cool.
And we have just a couple basic pedals in line. We have a JHS Prestige pedal, which is basically a boost pedal, slight boost. And for a little bit more drive, we have a Fulltone Plimsoul pedal. And at the end of that, we have Ernie Ball volume pedal for some swell.
Just before we play, we're just going to talk about what the knobs do. Time, just the length of time of the delays. Repeats, obviously, how many repeats. The contour, it's basically your tone knob. When it's maxed all the way to the right, you get a more analog type sound. It's kind of a filtered vibe, a really cool vibe. When you turn it all the way to the left, it sounds exactly like the original. It's like a clone, so it's a perfect digital delay sound there. And then as you do this, you lose a bit of the top end, which is great. Okay, and then blend is just your wet dry signal. The engage button turns the pedal on and off. The tap tempo button is obvious. It's what you use to set the timing on the delay. Subdivision mode, it's got dotted eighth, and quarter note. And this right here is a switch where when you hold down the tap tempo button for more than a second, okay, this mode goes on. And if this switch is set to this side, then the delay has a modulation sound on it. If the switch is set to that side, then it creates a boost. And as we mentioned, the great applications for the boost. A lot of guys like to kick on a little bit of delay when they do their solo, and this is like having a boost pedal and a delay pedal all in one. So that's pretty sweet. Also, when it's in this mode where you're using the boost and the modulation options, at the back there are a few controls. One control with the modulation side of things is that you can flip the modulation from a vibrato sound to a flange sound. And then you can also do a light or deep variation of that sound. When it's on boost, there's a dial back here that allows you to boost anywhere from 0 to 10 decibels.
Okay, let's try some of the settings on the knobs and see what kind of variations we get.
Nice slap back. So this is the longest setting right now. Okay, cool. So we'll just do sort of a general setting here, and let's just explore the repeats. Okay, let's do a long repeat with the contour all the way. This should sound pretty cool. We're just going to let you hear how the modulation and the vibrato setting affects the reverb, and it's a great little setting here. So right now we just have the basic delay setting without it in the modulation mode. So just play something for a second. Okay, now we're going to hold this button down for a second, and it flips into modulation mode. Okay, that's cool. And so what we can do now is we have a deeper setting. So that's sort of the general setting of modulation. And now we can just make it a little bit deeper. Okay, cool. So now we can do the same, and I'm going to flip it to it's still on modulation, but I'm going to flip it to the flange setting. Again, that was the vibrato setting. Nice. Okay, and then the deeper setting. Sweet. In the boost mode, and you can tell that it's on by the little red light as opposed to the green modulation light. In the boost mode, this would be what the pedal is off right now. Just play a little bit, Tony. Okay, and then I engage. Now the boost is set at about half boost. So off. Here's just a subtle boost. One more time. Okay, here's with the boost maxed out. So pedal off. Okay, cool. Lots of volume there if you need it. We're going to show you some swells here with the modulation on. Okay, switching to the flange. Okay, and just so you can see how the tap tempo works, so I'll do like a long swell, a long tap. Okay, we're just going to show you a basic U2 type of dotted eighth rhythm, and we'll set it with the tap tempo. So what's your tempo, Tony? Switching to high gain now, just adding a bit of the Plimsoul pedal, and we just want to show you a little bit of just delay that you might have, like on just a basic solo kind of sound. You know, for me, the proof is in the pudding, and I used this to do some recording not too long ago, and I was, you know, as I listened back to it the next day, I was really amazed at how beautiful the delay actually sounded. You know, some delays kind of sound a little mushy, and but there was real clarity to this delay. So check this out. This is sort of a basic solo sound. That was the Clockwork Delay by GFI System. Don't forget, you can contact Henry at gfisystem.com. See you next time.